What's going on, guys? This is Red Ninja bringing you some more Ascension with randoms. Gotta get at it and play fast. You know, it's a short round, just around to round 20 game. Thing I kind of liked about these randoms is, you know, they weren't like great players or anything. I mean, none of these people in these random lobbies are very good, but the thing about these guys is at least they tried to you know, kill fast. They tried to keep up with me. As you'll see in the gameplay, you know, I'm up there, you know, that person already had their kills gone. You know, that's what I like to do. I mean, you wanna stop me from taking your kills. You know, get your zombies killed quick. You know, if you want to take a window, just get them out of the way. That's pretty much, that's how you prevent someone from stealing your kills, as randoms like to call it. I mean, I just say that for you know, because that's what you guys. I don't see it as stealing kills. I just see it as teamwork. See it as playing fast. That's the way I look at it. If you want to get, you know, a good share of kills, then, you know, kill them fast. Stop being a point whore. You know, that guy here already cleared out his window. Look at this, nobody in that window. You know, this guy, here's the slowpoke. You know, that's his fault. He lost the kill because he wanted to sit back and pistol shoot and knife. You know, stop being that way. So I want to push back harder on these guys. I see the guy that down there is a slowpoke. So this guy, he's gonna throw his grenade. I'm gonna steal that kill. Maybe you should have bought an M14, buddy. Then you would have, you know, killed that zombie before I did. You know, I'm gonna stick around, take more of it. You know, he threw his grenades. This guy, let's see what this guy has. Yeah, same thing. You know, you should have bought an M14. You didn't buy an M14. You lose a couple kills there. And, you know, since this guy was slow, I figured, you know, why stay down here and try to clear him out down here and then go up, you know, go upstairs, you know, take some extra kills because they're too slow to, you know, kill them. And this slow poke will let them leak out. You know, get the M14. Just get the M14. Kill the zombies fast. You know, then I won't have to go to your window. That's the way I look at it. You know, we don't have to be point whores. You know, if people want to say, we could say that if people start being fast, you could stay in the first room for, you know, 10, 12 rounds. If you just hold the window with the M14, and you'll have a lot more points. And they're in a, you know, that was one of the things I didn't like, that when they're in a hurry to get out of the first room like that. I mean, we could have stayed in the first room at least a couple more rounds, but it's whatever. I didn't buy the door. But, you know, I'd rather play with randoms like these guys. You know, it was unfortunate. It was getting late. I was tired, so I only planned to go 20 rounds, and one of them opened the bottom door to Jug, so we had two ways open. So right then and there, I knew the game was only going to go 20 rounds for sure. But that's what I was planning on doing. After I get done with this commentary, I might go do another 20-round game on, I don't know what map I'm going to do yet. It might be Ascension again. It might be Call of the Dead. It might be Kino. Who knows? I might just do Derice, because Derice seems to go the fastest. Yeah, I might do I'm not sure. I haven't made up my mind yet. We'll see who's in the lobby. I go through all the lobbies on those maps and just see what happens. So, you know, I try not to complain about the game. That's one good tip. Here's the tip of the day. Try not to complain about the game. Don't complain about the players. You know, you're in a public lobby. You can't make players play the way you want them to play. You know, if it was up to me, that player wouldn't have grabbed that insta-kill already. You know, they wouldn't have grabbed it that fast. But, you know, I can't control what our players do. So, you know, I'm not going to spend time complaining about it like randoms do. Randoms complain about everything. You know, everything's, you know, the other team player's fault. The other team players always get them down, this and that. You don't want to do that if you want to be a good player. You don't want to blame other people for your downs. You don't want to blame other people for anything. You don't want to just the less you complain, the better off you're going to be. And you know, if you're using the box, you know, if you learn how to use every gun in the box, which I don't, you know, I'm really bad with the sniper rifles. I don't use them, but you know, those are very usable guns in the box. They are powerful. I'm just not very. I'm not a quick scoping type kind of guy, and you know, I'm just never been into the snipers. I never take the time to really get any good with them. So, but, you know, that's my loss. But you know, usually if you get it, there should really be no rule that there's. Yeah, I really hate to say this because there's a lot of the guns in the box are bad. Most of the guns in the box are bad. But you know, if you're gonna hit the box and you're gonna get a gun out of it, you know, you might as well, you know, learn to use it and make the best of it. But with that being said, I really suggest that people just use wall guns for the first 20 rounds. If you're playing with randoms, use the wall guns. They're much better. I'd much rather have a wall gun than have an RPK or an HK or even a Galil. You know, they're more powerful. You can continue to buy ammo off the wall, and they're gonna save you points in the long run. I could rack up a lot more points with the wall gun than I can with, you know, hitting the box gun, and you know, losing points getting, you know, guns that I can't really use that well. You know, if I'm gonna get like a China Lake and the snipers, those aren't gonna do me much good. But not to say that other than I don't think the China Lake could really be good at all. I think that's one gun that's just really pretty much unusable. But if someone that's good with sniper rifles, I mean, they upgrade those sniper rifles. They have good aim with them. You know, and they can hit those heads. I mean, those things will take off heads, you know, well past 30 with, you know, one shot. So, and you could line up and get a lot of collateral kills with them. So, you know, they're not the worst guns, but it's just not my style. I've never worked on using them, but I really like to use the most powerful guns that I can get my hands on for the time. At least the first 20 rounds. I mean, the first 20 rounds, you know, I would say it's okay to use guns that are in the box, but I still would much rather have the wall weapons. They're more powerful. You know, I've compared them in my use to using the Commando upgraded, the Galil upgraded, and you know, the LMGs, they're too hard to run with. They slow you down. You know, wall guns don't slow you down. They actually speed you up. You can move pretty fast. You move the fastest with I mean, the only gun that you can really move faster with is probably like the ballistic knife or the double CZ pistols or something. That, you know, you'd still move pretty damn fast with an MP5K or I think some guns are faster. I think when you're using like the MPL, which isn't really, I don't really find to be much of a usable gun in this map because, you know, I don't open bottom door, and you know, I don't like hanging down there, especially when I'm playing with randoms. I think most of the traffic, even though I don't like running this area, but I stay in it because the randoms do. So, you know, I stay in most of this. I stay right in this area because this is where most of the traffic is. This is like the middle of the map, and you know, no matter what, you know, if you have all the guys up on the stage, you know, I'm gonna get the most traffic here. If I was to go in another room or another area, and just, I'm not gonna get as many kills. Most likely, they're gonna spawn by them, and you know, that's not pretty much what I want to do in this game. I want to play fast. I think the good thing about this game is, you know, I was able to get those Skirsh devices off the fire sale. Other than that, you know, I pretty much got screwed out of the box. I shouldn't even really taken that Spectre, you know, because then I had to spend another 1,000 points buying my MP5K back. But, you know, it's whatever. I just made use of it, got some points, you know. And the Spectre's not bad. It's you know, most of the SMGs are really good in this game. You know, most of the SMGs that are on the wall, and you know, even in the box, you know, getting the Spectre is still pretty a decent gun. It does pretty good damage. at least in the early rounds. You know, so, but I was pretty happy with these randoms as far as the way they played. They're better than most of them that I play with. Most of them I play with don't really, you know, they're not as aggressive, and they pretty much, I'm able, you know, I felt like I had to fight more for the kills in this game. You know, they were trying to, you know, dig in. At least most of them were. One of them I think was really trying to dig in. The one that got second place on kills. When you see the scoreboard, you'll know who I'm talking about. And the downs were very minimum. You know, usually there's more downs when I play with randoms. And these radius weren't really high round. There's another guy in here that went 0 downs, and his high round on the leaderboard was only around 33. So he was a low rounder. These other guys were like in the 20s. So they weren't really, you know, they're not good at all. I mean, I'm not gonna call them good, but you know, as far as playing with randoms, I mean, they weren't too bad. They weren't terrible to play with. I mean, they were actually better than most of the ones that I played with. I mean, they're throwing grenades. They're trying to, you know, dig in. You know, one of them gets a thunder gun instead of just holding it and hoarding it. He uses it, which, you know, is better than, I guess, hoarding it. Even though I like to get more drops, you know, when people don't have the thunder gun. But if he's gonna have it, might as well use it. You know, I don't like these guys. A lot of these guys that I run into random lobbies, they get the thunder gun and they only use it for emergencies. They just, you know, run around with it, and they use their, you know, HK or RPK. They use one of those type of guns, and then they just hold on to the thunder gun in case, you know, they get cornered or something. And, you know, I'd rather just use it. I mean, you could always save a few shots. I mean, a smart player would always save a few shots for some emergencies, but, you know, that doesn't mean you can waste most of the ammo on it, and, you know, use it up. You know, go pack a punch it and use it up. That's how I use it. You know, of course, I always save, you know, 4 shots for emergencies, just because, you know, I'm smart. You know, I'm not gonna go all the way down to nothing. You know, in case I get cornered and I have to whip it out and get out of trouble. So, but you know, they're pretty much you know, trying to keep up with me. I mean, they're not keeping up with me at all. I mean, you'll see the kill spread is pretty good. I mean, that I end up getting 614 kills by the end of round 20, which I really wanted to get a lot more than that. But these guys, you know, they made me fight for it more. You know, they were, you know, they were up there trying to dig in. They were pushing up, and you know, I was pretty much staying around this doorway and killing. See how they're coming up and trying to beat me to the, you know, that's just, I see that as just teamwork, you know. Just, if, you know, I think if everybody just played fast and stuff, the game would just go faster. You know, that's all there is to it. You know, so I don't really think that these guys were really, I mean, we didn't have mics in, so I didn't hear anyone talking, but from the gameplay, from judging on the gameplay, I don't think these guys were really, you know, all that upset that, you know, I was an aggressive player. I mean, if they were just trying to be, you know, aggressive as well. But, you know, I don't think they were really upset about it. They probably didn't like that I ended the game at round 20, but, you know, that's just the way that's all I was really planning to do. And, you know, they opened the bottom door to Jug. I mean, having both ways open, you know, I think I noticed it got open, I think, around round 11. I'm not sure when it exactly got, or who opened it, because I wasn't there, but, you know, it just got open, and I'm like, no, it's, and then the thing that I really didn't like about these guys is, I didn't like how they guarded perks. I mean, you know, I lost Flopper a couple times playing this game, and, you know, I ended up getting mule kick because I wanted to, you know, get 2 wall guns, which I ended up doing. So I pretty much had to stay at mule kick and, you know, speed cola, and one other guy stayed over there, but he wasn't guarding Mule Kick. He was only guarding the Speed Cola. So I guess that's all he was interested in. So when I had to go back and try to save Flopper and lose it and buy it back, I come back and there's a monkey on Mule Kick, even though I cleared out all the monkeys. It's just stuff like that. But there's nothing you can really do about that. I'm not gonna sit there and that's why I play with randoms. If I didn't like, there's nothing I can do about it. I would like to see these guys all get better. That's why I do these videos. And I tell people in the random lobbies that my channel exists, hoping they'll watch it, hoping they'll watch these videos, hoping they'll learn something. But at the end of the day, I mean, I continue to play with randoms. I mean, if they're not going to change, then there's nothing I can do about it. But I continue to play with them. If I didn't like it so much, I could just play with other players that are like me or better than me. I mean, I do have those options. But I like being a casual player and just playing in the random public lobbies. So I'm not saying that the rounds are running really fast, but they're not entirely really slow either. And I didn't notice any of these guys. Another thing I liked about these guys that I always have problems with when I play randoms is a lot of them always try to make crawlers. They always try to leave crawlers for the round, and these guys didn't do that. They were more than happy to kill all the zombies and advance to the next round. They weren't trying to make a crawler to go hit the box. Of course, when there's a fire sale, they all I got my I wasn't really interested in hitting the box anymore, since I just decided at this point, hey, I'm just using 2 wall guns. I'm gonna get my Sallies. That's pretty much what I was doing here. Was just trying to get as much points as I could get, so I could get all the landers taken. I had one more lander to get, so I wanted to get stay back and try to get as many kills and kills as I could. I'm not really interested. I want points, but I'm gonna get my points through getting more kills. I'm not trying to point whore. I mean, it would be nice at this point maybe if I would have had the sickle, but I didn't, so I was like, I don't even worry about it. I'm just gonna get enough kills, and that's what I did here. So then I go and I get rid of this, get this last lander out of the way, and get the rocket launched, and then I could get my Sallies and get the game rolling, because I definitely want to have Sallies for the next round of monkeys, so I could kill monkeys as fast as I can, not lose any of my perks. So it seemed like the zombies really liked me in this game. Even though I was up, I didn't expect zombies to come in at that point, and that happened. I didn't mean to get stuck on the stupid lander. I usually like to shoot him, but it was the last one. So, but yeah, I still wanted to shoot it without taking it. But that happens sometimes. Yeah, this is where I noticed that the door is open. And I'm like, oh shit, look, somebody opened that fucking bottom door. So I decided, well, might as well, it's open, so I'm gonna go up here this way to go launch the rocket. And I think some guy already beat me to launching the rocket. And see, that's another thing. I mean, I like when players do that. It's like, I'm not used to that. I'm used to, players they're not interested in launching the rocket. This guy already got it done. So, that's good. Get the rocket launched. I could go upgrade my pistol. Build up some points and upgrade my MP5K. Then go get a AK-74U and get some points up and upgrade that. That's pretty much what I wanted to do. And it's monkey round. I was like, oh shit, it's monkeys. Got to get this pistol upgrade and get in there. But so I had a guy. I don't know if you guys have watched some of my other tips videos where I give pretty much my my 5 points blueprint on how to become a great zombie player. and I had a guy send me a message saying he wanted to challenge me. He wanted to contest what I had said, and that everything I said was wrong and all this other shit. And this guy, he's not even a high round player. I don't think he'd be a challenge at all to me, to be honest, looking at his leaderboards. This is just typically what I run into. These guys that have been to, like, he's been to like round 40 on Kino, round 39 on Ascension. This is only high rounds. He has all the maps. All his other maps are between 10 and 20. He doesn't even have a high round on Derice. I mean, that just goes to show you know, how bad he is. He's like round 20 something on Derice. I mean, that's pretty sad. I mean, Derice is a pretty easy map to get the round 30 on. But I don't know what he's actually contesting, because the only maps that he has, like, if you want to call it a decent round, his highest rounds are 39 and 40. Those maps both have the Thunder Gun, and that's probably what he relies on in those maps. So, especially by looking at his kills. I mean, he's got like 3,000 something kills on Kino, so yeah, I would imagine he had the Thunder Gun. And so I don't know what he's contesting. You know, just to go over my 5 points real quick again, it's, you know, pro players are obsessed with speed. They're obsessed with playing fast. You know, they want to run through the rounds fast. That's how they go through high rounds. That's how they get the high rounds. Plus, you know, you only have so much time in the game because there's a reset time. You know, every map's different. Kino's like anywhere from like a 72 to 74 hour reset. This map has got like anywhere, I think most people were resetting this map between 65 and 68 hours. So you have that time. You only have that much time to get through as many rounds as you can. So, you know, if you want to beat 100, which the world record on Ascension for 2 people is 160 rounds. So if you want to beat that that record, if you want to get 161 or better, you have to play faster than the people that got to 160, and they pretty damn fast. It's gonna be very hard to beat that. You'd have to get lucky with trade outs. You'd have to get lucky with you know, monkey rounds. You have to get a lot of good 4-rounders. So I think it's a possible record to beat. You just have to be faster. You know, that's why Zombies just keeps evolving. Players just keep getting. There's new players that come out that take it to the next level, and they just get faster and faster. And a lot of the, you know, the old legends can't hang anymore. They can't keep up. And, you know, they're not even trying with these maps, or they quit, or whatever they do. You know, there's a lot of good players out there that just, they couldn't get a record in this game to save their life at this point, because, you know, they have to be faster than what they are. And unfortunately, not all players continue to constantly improve. That's where I want to be different as a zombie player. I think I constantly improve, and that's my goal, to constantly improve. I don't want to be the same zombie player I was a month ago, or 6 months ago, or a year ago. I want to continue to get better, and definitely, and getting better means just pretty much getting faster. So pro players are obsessed with speed. In order to be fast, you have to use the most powerful weapons, which goes into number 2. Pro players use the wonder weapons. You know, your setup, if you're, you know, your main setup is, you know, in this map would be Gersh's ray gun, thunder gun. If you're using mule kick, Mustang and Sally ray gun, and thunder gun and Gersh's. That's your setup. That's what you want to use. Okay, that's what you want to get to. All the guns in the box are just there to use until you get those guns. You know, they're there to just build up points so you can hit the box again. They're not there to use up and use all the points. You know, when you're playing with randoms, is different. I'm playing with randoms, so, you know, first 20 rounds, wall guns are good. After 20, I need a freaking ray gun. Okay, that's all there is to it. I want to roll with Mustang and Sally and ray gun. Or Mustang and Sally and thunder gun. Or if I want to get mule kick and have all 3, then, you know, that's what I want. You know, I have Gersh's, which is good. You know, and use your Gershes. Make sure you use your Gershes. A lot of people hold on to their Gershes, and you know, just like when the first round I wasted one of mine because they're useless on monkeys. You never want to use Gershes on monkeys. It doesn't kill them, and it can teleport them under the map, and it's pretty much game over. You know, there's no way you're gonna be able to you know, get the game to go forward when there's a monkey trapped underneath the map. So you have to just end the game, leave the game, whatever. So don't use. That's one of the things that annoys me about randoms is a lot of them do use the Gershes on monkeys, and you know, sometimes it works out that it doesn't. It just teleports them. It doesn't kill them, and it, you know, nothing really good comes of it because it'll teleport them to a perk machine. So if you clear out monkeys in the back and then you got some guy throwing Gershes, and they're gonna come and drop down on like Speed Cola or some other perk machine, or they'll drop down on Jug, and you know, it's just, don't use Gershes. The dolls work good on the monkeys, but the Gershes don't. So use your Gershes. When you know the monkey round's coming up, use all your Gershes. Just use them. Just throw them out there. You know, you get points with them, and you know, you get more Gershes back when you get the max ammo. That's why when I play co-op, you know, with another player, I use the Gershes. If I know the monkey round's next, we waste all our Gershes. That's all there is to it. You gotta waste them all. Just throw them all out there. Take, you know, one at a time. Just use them up, and then you get your monkeys, and you get a max ammo. You get 3 more Gershes back. You know, if both players have Gershes, then you got 6 Gershes again. So yeah, I'm just trying to kill as fast as I can. I really want to get a game where I'm at 4 players and I want to get 1,000 kills. I know I've done that before, but I want to do it with just wall guns and Sallies. It'd be nice. I don't know if but I'd have to play with like slow players. I don't think I could do it with these guys. I'd have to probably hit the box and just get because that one game that I played where I got 830 kills by round 20, that wasn't too long ago. I had the Thunder Gun, Ray Gun, and Sallies. That's pretty much what I need. I need that set up, and I don't even think I had Gershes. I'm not sure if I had Gershes that game. I don't remember. But yeah, Gershes are definitely gonna help. And I'm gonna need all the players to stay in. I think one of the players left, and we were down to 3 people by round 15 or 16. So, you know, that cost me. I probably would have gotten to 1,000 kills. Yeah, you know, because I would have had more zombies. But you know, these guys would make me. You know, they got one of them's got a ray gun. I think just one of them's got a ray gun. You know, one of them's got a thunder gun, and you know, they're trying hard to kill the zombies. You know, get some kills in there too. So, you know, I had to work for the kills. And I don't mind that. I don't care. You know, I'd rather get 1,000 kill game by round 20. With these 3 guys, than with, you know, some noobs that are just gonna stay back or just gonna die, you know, every round and bleed out. You know, the downs are very minimum. You know, one person had 1 down. I think the other guy had like maybe 3, 4 downs. I don't know. When the other guy had like 0 downs, and of course I had 0. So, you know. We got pretty decent max ammos in the beginning. I think towards the end, I kind of wanted some more. I was expecting some more max ammos, but you know, it wasn't bad. You know, I waste my ammo early. I don't care about, you know, saving ammo. Especially I got 2 wall guns that are upgraded. I could waste a lot of ammo, but you know, you're better off just wasting ammo. You're gonna get a max ammo and get it back. I think it's a waste of ammo when you don't waste your ammo and you get a max ammo. I get criticized by these randoms. They try to say I waste ammo and stuff, but they just don't know how to play fast. They don't understand that, you know, they don't stop and think that, hey, you know, you wasted a bunch of ammo because you got a max ammo and you didn't, you know, you had half of your ammo already. So think all that ammo you could have used, But whatever, I don't know why randoms bother, trying to tell me how to play. I'm not going to tell them how to play. I try to give them tips and stuff, of course, but, they're going to listen to me or they're not. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go do my thing. But at least I'm trying to help out. I'm doing these videos and I'm giving tips. I'm trying to at least, be of some help. Whether they're going to listen or not, like that other guy sending me messages. I looked at his leaderboards. I wouldn't ever back down on anybody. I really think the guy's a waste of time. But if I send him a message, I tell him, he wants to do a 2-player game like he said. I'll go 20 rounds with him as long as he agrees to. Usually when I get the shit talkers, I tell him, let's do 20 rounds of no box. That's where there's only one rule in the game: nobody can hit the box. That way, nobody gets a thunder gun, nobody gets a ray gun. And since he's trying to contest my so-called theories, I guess he wouldn't need a ray gun or a thunder gun, would he? So, because that's part of my thing. Like I said, pro players play fast. Pro players use the wonder weapons. They use the most powerful guns. Pro players test their theories. So really, all the stuff that I'm saying are not theories, because everything I know about this game has been thoroughly tested, and it's been thoroughly tested not only by me but by the best players in the world. So, those are my teachers. The fourth point is that pro players use the fastest strategies that they know of. It's not just about using a strategy, it's about playing a fast strategy. Okay? Pretty much two players want to run together, and they want to stay together and camp together, and you want to camp in the area that has the fastest spawns. Okay, in this map, the area that has the fastest spawns will be power. That's the fastest spawns that I know of in this map, and that's the fastest way that we know that anybody in the pro community knows to play, is to be able to run a good 40 rounds at power, the first 40 rounds. And that's if you're, you'd have pretty good. If you're a fucking total beast, I seen a couple of guys, they almost made it to 50 running power. In fact, they may have actually done it. I haven't. They may have tried it again, but they were trying to run the 50, and they almost made it, but they ended up dying. I mean, it's really hard. It's really risky. I wouldn't really, unless I was really trying. I mean, I wouldn't expect to succeed at it like they did. I mean, they ended up failing, but I mean, they almost got the 50. I think they got the round 48, and they were like an hour 25 minutes. I mean, they were looking at getting pretty much an hour and 30 minutes to fucking 50. I mean, that was freaking insane, insanely fast. So a lot of good players, you can only run probably about a good 40 rounds to 50. I think I've run 41 rounds before at power. It's but I need a good player with me. I can't just do shit like that with one of these random guys out of the lobby. One of these random guys out of the lobby, I could run with anybody. I can run with a 5-year-old in the first room. It doesn't fucking matter. As I'm on white player and they're gonna sit in the corner, or even if they don't sit in the corner, they can they could die every round for all I care. I could still carry it. But as far as running power, that's an advanced strategy, but it's the fastest. You only have a few spawns there. It's a no carpenter strat. It means when you get one carpenter, there's not enough. All the windows on the map are boarded up, so there won't be enough. There won't be 5 windows available for another carpenter to come up. If you want to test that, play first room. Before you open a door, you'll never get a carpenter until you open the door. There needs to be 5 windows torn off for you to get a carpenter. 4 windows. If all there is 4 windows or 3 windows available, yeah, it cancels out the carpenter. You'll never get one. So what's the point of that? I mean, you get more max ammos. It's one less drop in the mix. Just like if you're doing a no carpenter and you're doing and you haven't moved the box yet. Say you get you're set up out of the first box, then you only have 5 drops to work with. You only have the death machine, the nuke, the double points, the insta kill, and of course the max ammo. So yeah, I don't know. That other guy, he never messaged me back. I guess he just wanted to talk shit, you know. He wanted to send me some messages. I don't know what the hell he's gonna contest. You know, I've gone 40 rounds plus on all these maps. Like, I don't even know how many times. It's been a lot. I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds on this map alone of around 50 plus games. I mean, same thing in Kino. I mean, I've done them like every day. I just go on, like, when I first started playing zombies, even when I wasn't even fast, when it would take me 5 hours to get to 50, we used to just, you know, I'd have like friends I play with, we'd do a 50 game on a map every day. I mean, there's a time when I used to play 5 all the time. I used to do 50s every day on that map. Same thing in Kino, 50s every day. We just play 5-6 hours and go to 50 or better. And so I don't know. I've got enough experience. That red screen, I really hated that red screen right there. That was really a fucked up. I've been getting these fucked up red screens in my games lately. I've been getting like one red screen in the last few games I've played. That one in Kino, I got a fucked up red screen. I don't get it. I was very cautious about getting the red screen because I had the death machine, and I wanted to make sure I watched every I kept watching my back and watching the sides, but somehow I ended up that hit marker was slow to go down. You gotta really watch those red screens if you wanna continuously, you know, constantly. If you wanna consistently do 0 down games. I mean, once in a while these guys do 0 down games in these lobbies. I doubt, you know, like this one guy that didn't go down in the first 20 rounds. I don't know if we would have played the 30, whether he would have went down. It's possible he would have. I don't really know. I ain't gonna really say, but I really doubt he does it consistently. I doubt that the guy can play, you know, five games in a row and not take it down. You know, like 5 games to 20 or 5 games to 30. If you really want to be able to do those games consistently, you really have to watch the red screens. I'm a big believer in that. It's one of the things I really, because even a lot of pros, they get red screen, red screen, red screen. They really are pushing the speed, and they end up, you know, taking the red screens. And it'll cost you eventually. It'll cost you. Yeah, you can get a red screen. You can step back and, you know, get out of it, let the red screen go down. But, you know, sooner or later you're gonna get hit again. You're gonna take it down. So my goal in these games are no red screens. You know, I don't have a goal to not go down. My goal is no red screens. So, you know, I failed at this game, but that was a really fucked up red screen. But that's just where that's my mindset is. You know, I'm not about, my goal isn't just to get 0 downs, it's to get 0 red screens. That's why I put in a lot of my titles that I had no downs and no red screens. And most of my videos are no downs, no red screens. Vast majority of my games on this channel. You know, and a lot of, and vast majority of the games are 30 plus, you know, 30 rounds plus games. You know, there's a lot of 50 plus games too, but most of them I'd say are 30 plus. But no matter what round they are, the vast majority of my videos are no downs, no red screens. And, you know, it's whatever it is, you know. But that's just my thing. You know, a lot of people in the pro community, they don't give a shit about getting red screen. You know, a lot of times they get out of it, but sooner or later, like I said, it costs them. And, you know, a lot of people that do high round solo games, they usually take a down or 2. I really like to see people, when they do a high round solo, not take any downs. That's what I really liked. There's like that guy back in the day, King Jack. He was a really good player back in the day. Of course, he wouldn't be a good player today. I mean, he quit zombies, but, you know, he wouldn't be a good player today. But you know, he was the first one to hit 200 and on you know, a 200 game. He got I think it was like 209 on Doris. He was like, that was like the first 200. He hit a 199 flawless on Keno back in like 2012 or something. You know, those are kind of players I like. That I'd rather see somebody you know, hit a flawless 200 than someone get the like 220 with you know, three downs or something. You know, I'd much rather see that. That's why when I play solo, I don't even buy. I mean, I don't try to go that high for rounds. When I play solo, I usually just try to get 100 and quit. I figured I made my point. If I get to 100 with no downs, no red screens, and I don't buy quick revives, so you know, that's good enough for me. That's just, I'm a casual player. I'm not going for world records. I'm not competing, but I do want to be a better player. And it probably would help me to go for a higher round. I mean, you know, who knows? Maybe one of these days I will do it. You know, when there's no randoms to play with, and then, you know, all I have is to play solo. That's kind of the way I look at it. I'll just play with randoms as much as I can now. Why people are actually playing this game, because there still are quite a few people playing it, and you know, that's probably not. I don't think that's gonna last forever. I mean, you know, there'll be years from now. There won't be. Who knows if these you know, these eventually, I would imagine eventually Xbox and PlayStation 3 will shut down their servers, so you probably won't even have the ability to play this online at some time. But I'm not gonna worry about that now. Why I can? I'll play with randoms. It's fun, and you know, I enjoy doing it. So I'm just kind of like going for broke this round. I'm gonna waste all the salies I can, and you know, this is the last round, so I really want to get through this round and try to really kill as fast as I can. And you know, I get a max ammo. That was a good bonus. I was like, yes, get to waste more Gershes. You know, it's pretty much what my mindset was here. Just fucking waste all those Gershes. You know, I want to steal as many kills as this round as I fucking can. I don't fucking care, and that's just the way I roll. And you know, I just want to get faster. That's all it's about, is getting faster. And if you follow those 5 points that I give, you know, you're well on your way. You know, you have to do your homework. You have to watch the best players. That's step number 5. So just before this game ends, I want to go over those steps. Pro players are obsessed with speed. They play fast. They use the most powerful guns. They use the wonder weapons. 3, they test their theories. 4, they use the fastest strategies. And 5, they do their homework. They watch the best of the best. Okay, they're always continuously watching the better players, the best players they can find. You know, that's what I'm doing. That's what everyone that I know that's good does. They watch. They do their homework. You know, so you follow those 5 things, and you know, I don't see why you couldn't be a really good player in a very short period of time. You know, maybe 6 months, maybe a year. I mean, it does take time. I mean, you know, a lot of the people that are really good have been playing this game since it came out. Some of them have been playing since World of War. You know, they have a lot of zombies experience, but you know, you can do what they did in a fraction of the time if you know what they know, because you know, all throughout the years they learned stuff. You know, if I could go back in time and play the way I'm playing now and put up the videos that I'm putting up now, you know, that would change things. I mean, people would, when you get back to today, people will be playing zombies a lot better. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace.